Welcome people to Germany. I'm in a city called Karlsruhe. So what I'm gonna do this time is to switch it. So usually I go through the main town, I go through the main palaces, touristy bits, then I do the shopping center. But this time I'm gonna flip it and start with a German shopping center. Let's see what the Germans are up to. So I've been to Germany before, and I think I've been to Nuremberg. I think it's Nuremberg, but I haven't been to Karlsruhe. I did plan to go to Frankfurt today, but unfortunately my flight is at 10ish, so I'm going to allow that. But this is a German shopping center. So do you think they would have like BMWs hanging around? Or Mercedes? Because anytime you think about Germany, you think about engines. Okay, so let's gallivant. So I'm definitely sure you'll see the usual Western European shops, although I've seen some that are predominantly German that I've never seen before. So I must say a big thank you to my hotel because they gave me free beer, free soft drinks and free water. The minibar was actually free. I've never ever been to a hotel as generous as that. Usually when they tell you that the minibar is free, it's usually because they give you only water. Water or maybe a Coke or like a chocolate. But this time I had a minibar that gave free alcohol, which is quite strange. I've never seen that before, especially in Western Europe. That's not normal, but I was so lucky. So I checked out of my hotel around 11ish and I've got my things there, so I'm gonna go back later to pick up my stuff. I found out yesterday that my taxi fare is about £180 if I was to use Uber. If I was to use the local taxi, it was about £120. So I got really annoyed because I didn't think I'd be spending that much. Not pounds, sorry, euros. I'm not sure if I said pounds earlier, but I mean euros. Anyways, I was so pissed off, so I had to look for an alternative, and the taxi driver there told me to take a bus, which most tourists were doing anyway. Most of the taxi drivers were just there doing nothing because nobody could afford that crazy taxi fare. Anyways, I got to my hotel around 1ish and I was really knackered. But what I did as well was I did edit three videos. Not edit per se, but I uploaded because I was editing on the plane from Bosnia to Germany. So I've got 3 videos good to go, but I've just got to sort out the thumbnail. So look at these German words. Ausgang, Rondenplatz. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly. Ausgang. I think that's how to pronounce it. I might be getting it wrong, who knows. But I must say I do like the German language. It does sound nice. Because I had to take a combination of the bus and the train yesterday. And I was just sinking everything in, literally. And I'm like, German language is actually very nice. It's a long time I've heard it because obviously I've not been to Germany for a while. Okay, so we are on the next floor. I think we should go down. Then from here I would go to the main. Actually, before we go to the main town, we might have to explore the museum. They do have a very fancy museum around, so I would like to take you there. But I thought let's explore a German shopping center, German engineering. Okay, so that's an electronics store. But what I try to do, I used to go inside stores before to check for prices, but I can't be bothered this time. Okay, so let's turn around and let's see what's going on there. So I used to go inside before and kind of compare prices, but what I've realized is it's kind of pointless because the prices would be somewhat similar across the board. Even if you go to Asia, if you convert it to your local currency, they're always not far off. Sometimes, yeah, you might get it a bit cheaper in like Asian countries because the likes of Samsung and Sony are made in Asia. However, it's always not too far off, so I don't bother. But it'll be good to kind of show you what they have here. So I'm sure this is just one of the shopping centers. So it was so funny when I left my hotel today because I was thinking I want to go to the main town. So I spoke to a German lady who was walking her dog. I must say not a lot of people speak English though, although when I checked online it did say a lot of Germans in Karlsruhe do speak good English. I think they speak basic or broken, which is okay because you go to some countries they can't even speak English, and I should be lucky that they're even speaking English to me, because what I should be doing is speaking German, isn't it? Yeah, agreed. If I come to Germany, I should be speaking German. So thank you for your understanding. Because actually I should be speaking a language. Okay, so DM. I wonder what that means. I wonder what that acronym means. DM. Do you think that originated from DMing people? Okay, so are we on the last floor? It looks like it. Let's gallivant this place. Yeah, it looks like this is the last floor though. Look at people doing their nails. Yeah, the Germans are somewhat friendly. I did expect some very strong faces, because I think if you go to Berlin, it might be a different vibe, because Karlsruhe is totally different, isn't it? Karlsruhe is so different. But I'm sure if I go to Berlin, it will be a different vibe. I'm so happy I've decided not to go to Frankfurt, because I feel that's just a waste of time. I might as well explore this place, then obviously go back to my hotel, pick up my bags and make my way to Karlsruhe. I think it's Baden-Württemberg Airport. It's called FKB. Everything in German sounds militant. Everything in German sounds militant. That's why I like Germans. German power. Okay, I think we need to find our way out. Also, bear in mind that in this particular shopping center, I didn't even note the name, but in this particular shopping center, they do charge for going to the toilet. So get your 70 euro cents ready. So that's about what, like 50p? Yeah, that's roughly like 50 pence for a toilet. So bear that in mind. Okay, we go up now. Karlsruhe is also a good place to take pictures. They have a lot of fancy buildings. Not to lie, this place is underrated though, I think. I think it's really underrated, because I was really skeptical about vlogging this area, not to lie. But yeah, it is underrated, so I do implore you to come around. I think that's the exit. Let's go to the exit. So it's bloody hot today. I think it might be like 26, 27. I was literally like sweating like a dog when I came out to the hotel. The hotel was nice and cold though. The aircon felt like it was brand new. It might be German servicing. German servicing. They must have put some BMW oil inside of it, hence why it was really good and cold. Okay, so we are exiting, and let's find out what's happening on the streets of Germany, Karlsruhe. Okay, so we are out here checking out the streets of Karlsruhe. Okay, so let's see what we can see. I always try to rhyme in all my intros. So look, it is a cycling city, a lot of bicycles, so don't be scared or afraid to cycle. Right, so if you've ever been to Karlsruhe, let me know, because I just want to know what you thought about it when you came. It's quite safe though. Yesterday I was a bit skeptical because I had my Gucci backpack and my suitcase, and I was thinking, would the man them come for me? Because I did arrive quite late, and obviously the ETA to get to my hotel was 1ish, and I was thinking, if the man them see me with my backpack and my suitcase, they'll definitely know I'm not from here. But no, it's safe. Obviously this is not a big city. I think it's the 22nd or the 25th biggest city in Germany, I think so. And also it's not a crazy place like probably Berlin or Munich. So yeah, okay. And it looks like they have a lot of tourists around. I've seen a lot of people taking pictures and that, so it looks like it's heavily touristy. And usually when a place is heavily touristy, it is a good thing, because the more tourists you have, the more police you have, isn't it? The police are always there to protect tourists. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, he agreed. Another German agreed. I don't know what I don't know what he said, but it sounded like he agreed. So I want to try some all my days. Look, they have good dessert in Germany though. The hotel I stayed in today had some lovely desserts. The food was quality. That's one thing you can't take away from Germans. The quality of their food is so good. Like, it was so rich. Even the croissant, which is a French thing, it was really, really rich. The cheesecake, the pate, the bread, the cappuccino, everything that was made in the hotel was German standard. German standard. It was really good. So that's the police station, I think. Police, yeah. I don't know if that's how to pronounce it. I always try to pronounce it the right way. Kaiserreich Nacht. Kaiserreich Nacht. I might be saying rubbish. I'm trying to pronounce all these German words, but I swear I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm sure when the Germans watch this video, they'll just keep laughing at me, thinking, this guy is talking a lot of nonsense. Okay, so we move. So this place is called Kaiserhof. Kaiserhof. I think I got that right. I think I got that right. Yeah, so this leads to the museum, and you'd see a lot of fancy buildings around Karlsruhe. So it's pronounced Karlsruhe, and it's spelled K-A-R-L-S-R-U-H-E. So K-A-R-L-S-R-U-H-E, Karlsruhe. What a name, isn't it? What a name. So I've got a feeling this is like some sort of maybe council building. Maybe that's where they collect all the local taxes. The guy at the reception in the hotel So, so I checked out now, and I gave him my bag and my suitcase, my backpack and my suitcase. And as I was about to leave, he said, "Hang on." He said it that way with a German accent. "Hang on." I was like, okay. He's like, "Sorry, you have to pay the city taxes." I'm like, "Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't realize that." And he even apologized and said, "Yeah, that unfortunately they have to take it." So, but I think it's becoming the norm now in most countries and cities anyway to collect city taxes. I think that's quite normal now, so I'm kind of used to it. Listen, everywhere you go now, taxes are crazy. So I think at some point people are going to get really pissed off though, because like I pay income tax, I pay council tax, I pay taxes every minute, and you begin to think, sorry, where would I make any savings? Because if you're paying all these taxes, you're thinking, where's the money for me to like save? It's really difficult to like save money, isn't it, if you have to pay a lot of taxes. However, the government would say, if you don't pay taxes, how do we take good care of you? Which is a good point as well. So I suppose you pay to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. I think that's what they say. Pay to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Okay, we're making our way to the museum. I'm trying to pronounce it as a German. Museum. 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 I'm trying the German accent now. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, Germans are lovely. I love them. So let's see what the museum is saying. I want to see if I could go to, let's say, a car museum. They might have one where BMW is. I'm trying to remember what town the BMW headquarters is. I'm sure they'll have some sort of museum there, and you could see all the old Beamers. They might even have a Mercedes one, but I swear Mercedes is run by Daimler, so I'm not sure if they have a base in Germany. They should have a base in Germany anyway. It's a German car, but Daimler is German. What am I on about? Daimler is German as well, so yeah, they'll be here. But Mercedes is definitely German. But I just know that Mercedes has really like mixed up with other cars over the last few years, unlike BMW, which has been, so it's BMW and Mini Cooper and Rolls-Royce cars basically, and Volkswagen is Porsche, Audi, Fiat, and all them cars. And Mercedes, I think, is Mercedes and Smart, and the Smart car. So that's the museum there. So that museum is like a key tourist place. So I do implore you to come there. You can't come to Karlsruhe without going to that museum. It will be crazy. That will be like going to England and not going to London. Usually when you type in Karlsruhe, it shows you that fancy building there, and you would even see people because when I came I saw people doing yoga. You would even see people doing yoga around it. It's one popular place, so bear that in mind, and we're going to walk past it and see what's happening there. I wish I could stay longer, to be honest, and I can't even believe I'm saying this. This is coming from a guy that thought, oh, I'm better off just going to Frankfurt. But yeah, I'm doing the right thing, definitely, by staying here. There's a tourist laying down there. Is she not scared that a dog will just literally go and bite her? Oh my days. Yeah, I don't know how people do it. Like, you know, like when people like stay in a place and they just lay on the grass and they're not scared that something might come and bite them in the ass or in the bum, sorry. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, we move. So I don't know if they charge a fee for the museum, and also I'm not sure if they will let me record, but if they do let me record, I might decide to record. If they do let me record, I might decide to record. That's a good one. Oh man, look at that water fountain. That's a water fountain there, and there's a toilet there. Some of these places might be a bit aggy. I wonder how much they charge. It looks like a really big museum though, and I wonder what it covers. You see, I've not done any research on this. This flight is actually a stopover. I was meant to catch the morning flight, but unfortunately I'm catching the... Unfortunately, what am I on about? I was meant to catch the morning flight for 15 or 9:05, but because my flight was heavily delayed the previous night from Bosnia to Germany, I've got to take the night one. But I'm not sure if you pay for this one, but I'll find out in a minute. See you in a bit. Okay, so I just spoke to the ladies in the museum, and it's €8 to explore the museum, so I might come back and find out what goodies they have in there. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to record. Oh, that's painful, mate. You're not allowed to record, and you're not allowed to have your selfie stick on you. I've been to places like that, like in India. You are not allowed, you're not allowed to hold your selfie stick in, I think it's the, I'm trying to remember that place I went to. If it comes to my brain again, I'll let you know. But you're not allowed to hold your selfie stick to record, and you're not even allowed to record per se, but you can take pictures. But I did record, and the police were fine in India, because they said it's fine as long as you don't have your selfie stick on. So it was so funny how I recorded, because I was literally holding my camera without the tripod or the selfie stick, and I recorded that way. So it was a very interesting one. So we move. So the security around this area is quite tight, and also there are police around watching you. So don't try anything silly around Karlsruhe unless they would have to put you in your place, and you really don't want that, do you? Isn't it? You don't want that. Okay, so we keep walking. Okay, so this is the park next to the museum. So there's a place called Baden. So we're gonna go there later today. I don't know if it's Baden or Baden, but we'll find out later. Okay, so we keep walking around the park, and we're going to explore the town center later. Man, it's so hot, it's crazy. Like, I'm proper boiling. I've said this like a million times. The town center is popping though, so I think we'll look at that and see what time we have. We have all day anyway, because my flight is late tonight, so it's 10ish. But I want to get there for 7, because I did get a message from the airline saying ensure you get to the airport 3 hours before your flight. And if they say that, if they have to send you an email to say that, which they don't normally do, then it might just be that the airport gets really busy, and I don't want to get stuck. Not stuck, but I don't want to miss my flight. Okay, so that's the end of the park. So what German food do you recommend? Schnitzel. Schnitzel. That's a German meal. Should I try Schnitzel? So Austria and Germany have a lot in common. First with language, second with technology, and even engineering. A lot of people that are great German engineers were born in Austria and vice versa. Even Hitler was born in Austria. Some people don't know that. Some people think he was born in Germany. He was actually born in Austria. Okay, I think it's safe to go. Alrighty, so I think you've had a glimpse of the museum. You've had a glimpse of the park. You've had a glimpse of a lot, haven't you? So people are parking around here. I would have thought all these places are like a no parking zone, but it might just be that these people are workers, because there's some work being done around this area, and I suppose people need to have a place to park, hence why they're parked there. And some people are going in. So when I walked there, the security there told me I can't walk inside, but he told me the pathway. Actually, it wasn't even security, it was a policeman. He told me, no, you're not allowed to do that. So I had to walk around. They are very, very friendly. Hi. The Germans are friendly. I think that might be some sort of government building as well. Don't understand the word there, but it does look like some sort of government building. Is it a university or a police academy or something? Who knows? Or a university? Who knows? Who knows what it is? But it looks good. This is a beautiful city. This is the city of Karlsruhe. For you dummies that don't know how to pronounce it, it's Karlsruhe. I'm not gonna lie, I struggled a bit though. So when I was in Bosnia, I met a Russian that lives in Germany, and she told me how to pronounce it. She said Karlsruhe. I was like, oh my days. So it took me a minute to know how to pronounce it, but now I pronounce it like a German. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video. Take care, guys.